Previously on Tales of Ashion, the Foo Fighters awoke from a restless night, only to find Camilla huddled to the side, having slept little throughout the night. When asked if everything was all right, she denied there was any issue, or seeking food in the common room. Undeterred by the previous day's events, Branch gorged himself upon a meal of 20 eggs to the dismay of the inn's staff, while Camilla and Palamades partook in some smaller portions. Soon, Frederick joined you, saying that he was troubled by the previous day's events and needed to seek some guidance from other followers of Bahamut. Understanding that the evil must still be faced, the rest of you collected your belongings and ventured forth, taking note that the townsfolk seemed a little different, less optimistic and cheery than before. It was as though the proper balance of emotions was beginning to start and shift. Turn. You know, folk expressed that they felt tired, drained, and less lively than they had the last month. Some complained that the abundance of joy and warmth they had felt had begun to fade, leaving them tired and exhausted. Few seemed to take concern in this, while others said it would pass. Regardless of the voice that it spoke, it was clear that your actions against the shadows were righting something that should not have been. Finding your way to the third shantytown, it had become clear that this area would be different from the others. Darkness crept at the edges rather than spread itself wide. Shadows were darker, fears stronger, apathy greater. Yet light still shone down down to the streets from the cloudless. The search of the area revealed nothing, but it was clear Camilla hearings whisper, voice, promise of something lost. Palamades, despite his prodding, was unable to persuade her to reveal what she'd heard or saw, as his attention was divided between her and Branch. Finally, unable to locate the source of darkness, you decided to wait, taking the precaution to bribe Camilla to remain close at hand. Alas, it was not enough. As night fell, she dashed into the darkness, seeking the voice that promised her wings. What transpired was a frantic search and a terrible fight against the shadows across the rooftops. A raging Camilla given strength by her new curse and wings by the blood of those she'd maimed. With frustration and annoyance, Palamades and Branch put down the aberration of nightmare, freeing Camilla and stealing from her the wings that had been taken from her once before. Depressed, hurt, frustrated, you all returned to the miner's daughter, dreading what nightmare would remain for Branch to face. So we're picking up. You guys are at the miner's daughter, having arrived. Beaten, battered, and bruised. What do you guys want to do?
I'm getting ale,
Okay.
and I'll be nice this time and only 10 eggs over easy as soon as we get there.
Right, it's the evening time, or the evening. Actually, it's really probably early morning.
Eggs are Branch's favorite food.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So if I recall correctly, you guys had shown up, and it had been the kind of the orc lady. What was her? Oh my gosh. Kethra was there, and she was like, "You guys look like shit." So you guys have rested in the morning. Guys, you come down, and it's the same barmaid from before, Mara. And she looks at you, Branches. You go, "You want eggs?" She kind of looks at you and goes, "Do you want 20 again?" Seems kind of nervous about it.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, sorry. The battery died to my headset, so I had to plug it back in.
Okay.
I could like half hear you because you started going through my speakers, but what did I miss?
So the barmaid, Mara, when you ask for eggs, she kind of goes, "Do you want 20?" And she seems nervous or scared about it.
Oh no, I'll be nice today. I'll only take 19.
She goes, "Okay."
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding. And I'll take 10 today. And you know what? I'll make it even easier. I'll just have them scrambled. I won't even have them over easy like last time.
She kind of goes, "Okay, I'll let the cook know." And as you walk away, go ahead and make a perception check for me here. not gonna be very hard unless your passive is above like a 10.
My passive is 15.
Oh, okay. You don't even have to try. You like as she walks away, you hear her like your ear twitches, and you hear her walk to the innkeeper Pelin. She goes, "He wants 10 today," and Pelin kind of gulps, and he goes, "10? I'm not even sure we're gonna have that many more eggs at this rate. In like 3 days, we're gonna be out. What are we supposed to do? Tell him no?" And Palin just kind of looks around and goes, "Yes, tomorrow if he asks for 10, tell him no. Okay?" And she goes, you can see like she looks over at you. You can see they're trying to whisper to each other, not very quietly though, mind you. And she just kind of smiles and goes, huh, waves. Well, apparently Branch is so stunned by the fact that he can't request 10 eggs tomorrow. Speechless. What do the rest of you guys want to do in the meantime? Camilla, Palamades?
Huh. I guess I'll just watch Branch,
Just watch Branch.
consuming another 10 eggs.
Okay. Well, Camilla, what do you want to do? How are you feeling after, having slept and realize you, or maybe not have slept, not have wings?
Like trash. I'm gonna have some ale.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You have some ale, not a problem.
I'm gonna look at Camilla drinking and be like, can your small body handle that?
I put my whole snout into the tankard.
Whole snout right into the tankard. Okay, it's like the Hobbit movie. They come over and they give you a pint, basically. At least that's what it seems like to you on your smaller size. And you just snout in. You just see for a moment a couple of bubbles pop up, and you just drink. And the last Branch said his headphones not charging fast enough, which is unfortunate because it's supposed to be his session, his moment, his time to shine.
God, it's meta.
It is. You get to hear
First,
all
it was only the 10 eggs.
Yeah, it's all the bad stuff that I get to throw at him, and he doesn't get to respond back. All right, so okay, well, everyone, be sure you mark off a long rest if you have not yet done so. And they come back with the 10 eggs for Branch, and they give him the 10 eggs. Have your breakfast. I will say this much: you do find that, like, when you guys rested last night and got up in the morning, that'd be like mid-afternoon at this point, that Frederick did not come back either. Some of his belongings are still in the room, but he didn't come back.
Oh God.
Right. Well, you guys just want to eat your breakfast and then head off? What's the plan? Chug a few beers. Okay, Branch, you can chug a few beers. How many is a few? A little buzz going. Okay. Okay, 6. Oh, dang. Okay, for 6, you can easily get a good buzz going. It is going to cost you 3 silver. Milla, if you're going to join him in some of this, I would say it's 3 silver for you as well. Get a nice buzz going.
Okie dokie. I think I can swing it.
Okay. I think so too. I mean, you have gold. You have maybe a little. God, you guys are rich. What the hell? Need to make you spend money. Everything costs 10 times as much now. I mean, I could, but that'd just be. Okay. Well, Palamades, you see Camilla and Branch getting a good buzz going this morning, this early afternoon. What do you want to do? Are you going to join in? Pull some Frederick and drink till you puke? You're still muted, Palamades. Wow, Camilla, it's just you and I, apparently. Palamades is muted.
I had my session already.
Yeah, I know, right? Branch's mic is dead, and Palamades is like, nah, I'm not going to unmute my. The world is too much. Oh, it's okay, Branch. It happens. It's just funny. I mean, if we really need, we can take like 15 minutes. Let your stuff charge.
On me, nerd. I said I was gonna be right back. I knew
No, we
you
didn't hear you say. I didn't hear you
Oh.
say that, but yeah.
I was out by or right back because this is the biggest bowl of pasta of my life. But
Oh, okay. Well, so what you missed is Camilla and Branch are diving head first into the ale this morning.
honestly, that tracks.
Yeah, they're getting a good little buzz going. You want to join
Good
them, or
carb.
you're just gonna watch?
You know what? Fuck it. I don't think I've addressed my trauma thoroughly enough. Palamades will drink for the first time
Oh shit.
that they've seen.
Okay. So yeah, so it's gonna cost you 3 silver, but you guys all get a nice little buzz going. Not quite, you know, the I'm inebriated and I'm gonna suffer any penalties or anything, but definitely feeling that liquid courage at the moment. That vibe for it. Cool. I can take on the world. Okay, well, you drink for, let's say, an hour or so, haven't eaten your meal. It is, you guys came back maybe about 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's about noon now at this point. So I'd say mid-afternoon or after, it would be like early afternoon. So one more shadow thing. In fact, everybody, go ahead and make a perception here.
Jesus.
25.
Jesus, I don't think a 25 is high enough. Here.
Oh god, I'm going back to bed. What?
Milla's like, leave me alone with my drink, okay? All I want. Okay, well, a Branch and Palamades, despite your drinking, you do hear that there is some kind of commotion, like, going on outside. People seem to be in a hurry. It's more than that, though. It's that kind of, oh, did you hear what's going on? And no, I didn't. What is it? And then people kind of rushing out of the inn to go see what's going on. For it, definitely something happened.
Hey, what do you guys think is going on out there?
Who cares?
No.
And it echoes because my head is
I
still in the
do.
tankard.
Is there a block party outside? It's a good question, Branch. I mean, you can go and find out. I like Camilla's answer of who cares.
Palamades heck care. Swaying a little bit.
Apparently, Branch says he cares, so he's going to rush. Branch rushes outside. Okay. Branch,
Oh,
you
yeah.
still have a tankard in your hand as you rush outside. And you immediately, like, the town's big. There's maybe 10,000 people in this town. So it's not small by any means. But you run out into the street and you can see that there are other people pointing down the road. Like, people are whispering and gathering in groups. They're pointing towards the city walls, and you kind of realize that where they're pointing is actually just like it's on the other side of the inn. So you kind of follow their fingers and move around. You notice that one side of the horizon is shadowy. It's almost like a dark mist coming off the ground, like heat rising in the summer off the surface of the ground, and you can see it. You and Palamades, if you're there with them, you guys kind of realize that that is coming from the one area you have not yet been to.
That shadow monster isn't gonna know what hit him, Branch.
I get a little teary-eyed. But mostly angry.
Am I dreaming or am I still drunk? I don't know, Branch. Are you dreaming or are you still drunk? Did you get drunk last night? All right, well, so what do you guys want to do? Are you going to head to it or be like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm out? Where's your flask?
It's time to end this, everybody. Camilla, don't try to rip the wings off of some imps and then bite me again. And then
I
we'll
stick
be
my tongue
okay.
out.
What'd you say?
I said I stick my tongue out.
That's
But seriously, that was really fucked up, Camilla.
remain calm. Yeah. Branch and his liquid courage. Remain calm. I've got this. Okay.
That's right, Branch. We've got this.
I believe you. I believe you. All right. Well, so you guys go back into the inn and collect your belongings, at least your weapons and equipment and all that stuff as you need, and head off. As you guys begin to approach the gate that would lead out that way, you begin to see that there's a crowd gathering. Go ahead and I would say make it a just a survival check. You guys are just kind of trying to push through the crowd. You guys don't have to do very hard. I would say at 8, but you guys got to beat.
Ooh, got 14.
No.
All right. So everyone but Palamades. So you guys do make it through the crowd. Palamades, go ahead and roll for me. You are going to roll. Let's see, a d20. I'll make it a d10. Get a d10. And then make a perception check for me here. Oh shit, 20. Okay. Well, you notice 2 things happen. You are pushing through the crowd and you feel somebody jostle against you, and you kind of look down, and for a brief moment you lose sight of Branch and Camilla as they're pushing through the crowd, and then you lift your head to go back and you feel this tug at your waist. You look down and your belt is now hanging loose off the side. Let's see, your belt pouch containing your gem that you had to get in and out of the city is gone. You have your 2 daggers are gone as well. And you lost 50 gold.
Where did this little shit go?
So on a 20, you see him little maybe 8 years old. Little dragon, or dragonborn. He's got these black dreadlocks coming off his head that are mangy and dirty. And he just kind of smiles and winks at you and then disappears into the crowd.
Disappears into the.
You want to chase after him, or are you going to go after everyone else?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Chasing this kid. I
All
want to
right.
back.
Make another perception check. I'm going to roll. Let's see what he gets.
No.
It's stealth.
Oh god. I don't think I can keep rolling well on perception. No, I can.
21. Holy shit. Okay, you keep up with him. He dodges through the crowd, and you're pushing through and following after him. You guys get out of the crowd, and you can see he's running towards some stalls now. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh god.
Hello, can you guys hear Brent?
What if I just
We
Yeah.
can. Yes.
Okay, cool.
what if I
All
just
right.
activate feline agility?
Well, you'll be glad to know that you rolled exactly what he did.
Oh god.
So you are keeping pace with him. You guys don't catch up anymore, but he kind of like ducks behind one of the stalls and tries to hide, and you start catching up, and then he jumps under one and tries to run away. He's fighting against the crowd at this point for it, but he tries to jump into like an alleyway. So go ahead and roll another athletics check to try and keep up.
No.
Yeah, what'd you guess? Oh,
7.
7. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, you round the corner around like the alleyway. You see him duck into it. You know he went there. You duck into the alleyway. There's some broken crates and boxes. There's a couple of barrels off to the side. One of them is a rain barrel. Otherwise, there's a couple of locked doors going down this alleyway. And you can see about 50 feet down towards the end is the next road over. But through all of that, you don't see him. Just disappeared.
Hmm. Can I look around for signs of disturbances?
Yeah, be an investigation check.
Okie dokie. My passive is a 17. I rolled an 18.
Okay. Damn. Very good. Okay. So behind, you kind of look around and you see there's 3 crates. They're varying sizes. They look to have been hastily, or not hastily, but very well shoved against the wall. And kind of, you notice there's just a scrape mark on the ground. Like one of them, it's just moved. You're like, very sly. You pull the crate back. You find there's a small little recess in there. And you see the boy huddled there. And he looks up at you like, oh, hi?
Just gonna hold out my hand.
What? I don't have anything.
I'm going to hold my rapier in my other hand with the butt pointed towards him, not the blade, and
Okay.
continue to hold out my hand.
Make an intimidation check.
Raw roll. That's 4.
Oh, he kind of looks at you for a moment and just goes, yeah, I don't have anything. I mean, your passive perception, you can clearly see he's holding your
yeah.
stuff in his hand.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. This is mine.
That's my rock. I saw you take it.
No. No. What are you talking about? Why are you harassing me, mister?
Kid, just give me the rock and I'll let you keep 10 gold.
He kind of he tries to scurry past you. Go ahead and make just a grapple check, just a general check to try and grab him.
Cool.
You have to beat a 10. He's a kid.
What kind of? What did you roll?
It'd just be an unarmed
just
attack.
General attack.
Yeah,
Okay.
just unarmed attack.
Go find that. It's a 16.
Oh, plenty high. Like he goes to run by. I mean, the kid's maybe 3.5 feet tall. He's not very tall. But he tries to go run by and you grab him by the scruff of the neck and he's like, let me go, let me go.
I'm just gonna take my stuff.
Okay. You take your stuff back, you get everything back, and then he kind of just squirms and you let him go and he looks defeated and then he goes,
You could have had 10 gold, kid.
fuck you. And then he runs down the alleyway.
Little shit.
I'm picturing a drunken Palamades now going, my shit.
That's my rock.
My rock. To make sure it has the googly eyes on it too. Rock.
Exactly. Okay, well, with that out of the way, I guess it's
Make your way back downtown. I mean, to the
back to
crowd.
my last known location of my compatriots.
Okay. Well, so while you're dealing with the thief, Branch and Camilla, you two make your way out of through the crowd. You realize that there's the gate, which is wide enough for 2 wagons abreast, so pretty wide. It's about 10 feet across, and the people are kind of butting up to the edge of the gate, but not going past that. As you guys kind of push through them and out into the open space between what would be the wall and the shanty towns, which is about 100 feet space, you see that the town is just kind of people are just gathered around looking out there. And in the distance, where the shanty town is or supposed to be, there is just this wall of black mist and fog that's just radiating up off the ground. There's maybe 20-25 of the civil guard off to the side, maybe 115 feet from you guys, and they are all gathered together. They're standing just outside the fog.
I guess we.
Are we
I'll
supposed
walk
to
up
be
close
doing
to the
something
fog.
about that?
Or I guess to the guards. See if they'll let me get close.
Yeah, I'll go up there with Camilla.
Okay. So the two of you start to make your way over there, and you guys turn around for a moment and are like, oh shit, where's Palamades? As you guys are about 10 feet away from the guards, you hear Palamades jogging up behind you.
Oh, okay. Where'd you go?
I had to chase a kid. He took my stuff.
Oh, Did you thank him or anything? You got your stuff back though, right?
I almost got back.
Okay. Okay, cool.
All right, so Camilla, as this is happening, you look over at the guards. You notice a couple of things. All of you do actually. You notice that there are 3 of the civil guard in their uniforms, kind of sitting on the ground. They're sitting. They're sitting almost cross-legged, but they're sitting with their knees up to their chest. They're almost like rocking back and forth. Several of them are shaking their heads, going like, "No, no, no." With there's 3 or 4 others that are kind of comforting them, or like, "Hey, you need to get up and do this." They seem very distraught. Those 3 on the ground. All of the other guards, though, are very kind of nervous. They have this nervous air about them of like, "What the fuck is going on?" As you all begin to approach, though, you look into the mists and you can see just beyond it, there are these shadowed outlines on the ground that look to appear to be bodies. There is also the makeshift outlines of buildings that appear to have been like ripped apart or destroyed in some way. As you 3 of you approach, though, one of the civil guard, he's a hobgoblin, but he kind of looks at you all and he motions for 3 of the other guards to follow him. And he steps up to the 3 of you and he goes, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Gonna go kill the shadow monster.
Kind of looks you up and down and he goes, "So you're the ones I've heard about the last day or so. Those adventurous folk, waking the people from their stupor and banishing shadows, as it were. Eh?"
Oh, yeah, that's
I
us.
wish it was that fun.
"Well, son, it looks like you've had probably a little too much to drink already. Are you sure you're going to go in there?" He kind of looks back at his men and he goes, "My men went in there and they aren't willing to go back."
Give me a strong, firm slap, but try not to hurt me.
He looks at you and then he just steps up and swings. Let's see. Roll.
Palamades dies.
I'm not dead.
That would be kind of funny.
Calm yourself.
Well, he rolled a 14.
Well, it's not going to beat my AC.
Are you trying to are you trying to avoid it at all?
No.
Okay, so we'll remove your dexterity from that, which is +5.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you're like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, looks around, and then he steps up, and he just smack right up the side of your face, just pop. And you turn around, and you're like, "Ow!" Your face is stinging. You are going to take a little bit of damage. It's gonna be like, what is this? All right, you got minimum damage. It was 1 point of damage.
Hell yeah.
And you now have this big palm print or handprint on the side of your face. Your teeth are rattling, your ears are ringing.
It's gonna shake my head and be like, that's better.
Good. Now, before I'll let you go in there, is it true that you are the folks that have been going in there and dealing with these shadows?
What's it to you?
Well, I'm the captain of the guards, son. What's it to you?
I am a cat man.
Very very astute of you. Else. He looks at you, Palamades, and he goes, "He's not your leader, I hope."
No, I don't know if we're that organized.
I
See.
wouldn't really say there's a lead. We have a leader. We're just kind of we just do our thing.
Oh, he kind of looks.
Sometimes someone has the plan. Sometimes another person has the plans. It's just whoever has the brains for the day.
I see. He kind of looks you up and down, and he you can tell he's reassessing his vision of you guys. One of the guards next to him kind of leans over and he goes, "You sure, Captain?" No, they seem kind of what's the word? And they just like, he just kind of looks at you, and then the captain looks at him, and he goes, well, if they've done this before, who are we to argue? Guy goes, Captain Soldier goes, yes, sir, but
Wait,
hey,
I forgot we do
Listen,
have a
you see
leader.
those 3 soldiers on the ground? We've all been through the mental anguish, and we didn't do that. So
the
we
captain
did that when we got home after we killed it.
captain kind of looks at you, looks at them, and then goes, sir, or lad, you've been drinking this morning already. I think it's had an effect on you, for sure. But who am I to stop you? He kind of points over his shoulder and he says, those boys, they were not prepared for sure. But if you are the ones, I'd say you have 2 choices. Don't leave it to me to tell you what your choices are, but the way I see it, 2 options. Either I let you go in there and deal with it as you may, or 2, you run away and run from this. It says if you did the latter, I wouldn't blame you. Those are dead men and dead women in there. Somebody's going to be to blame. It's happened after whatever you did. Someone's going to have to take the blame for it.
Insinuating
I'm
that
pretty sure we'll
we
find the guy who's gonna be taking the
are to
blame
blame.
for it.
Or well, if you say so. Well, name's Evan. Or Erevin. Oh my god, I cannot say his name. It's Erevin. But he's the captain of the civil guard for this contingent. He does tell you, he goes, well, we'll be waiting here for when you come back. If you come back. Might have something to talk about with you afterward. He kind of motions for the other 3 guards with him, and he goes, come on, lads. And they kind of march back over to the rest of them. There's about 24 of them in total, 25 if you include the captain. But as the 4 of them kind of march away, the 3 that were with him, the regular civil guards, they kind of look over their shoulders at you, and one of them scoffs like, oh, fuck, what are we doing? Like, why are we leaving it to these fucks?
I'm noting this so I can scoff at him when we walk back out. I'm gonna turn to Branch before we go in, though. I'm gonna be like, hey, Branch. It's your turn, right?
Nah, I think I already went. I think it's
I'm pretty sure everybody else got psychically tortured already.
I
it might
think
be
it's Severin's
Severin's
turn.
They don't even know Severin's with us.
You hear Severin's disembodied voice. I'm not going out there. Fuck that.
If I need a fireball, you're going out there.
He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do that.
You weren't talking about it last night. I heard you bragging to yourself.
And you hear this muffled
Right
shit.
to yourself.
All right, well, are you guys marching into the mist?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like point a finger forward up into the air and march forward.
Forward march. All right, Palamades.
This is gonna suck, Bridge. Let's go.
Wait, hold on. I pull Severin out. I tell him he's gonna lead the way.
Okay. So he kinda, like starts like you feel him fighting back, and you feel his hand, the mage hand, just slap you across the face. Let me go.
Hey, we didn't bring you along on this trip so you could just sit in the bag the whole time. You need to get out here and pull your weight. We didn't Frankenstein you to life for no reason, you know.
I was already alive, dead thing. You.
We
You
gave
didn't
you
do this to me.
a mode of transportation, and this is how you pay us back by hitting me all the time.
Just count yourself lucky that you're probably not gonna get psychically tortured.
And what's the worst that can happen? What, you die again?
Hey, and don't
Yeah?
you want to be out here to see Branch have a breakdown?
He goes, that's a good point. I think I like that Palamades. All right, I'm going. And he kind of floats off, and then as he floats away, his head turns slightly, like he's talking over his shoulder, and he goes, "And you used me as a torture, as a ball to throw at people on the top of a staff when we met. God, I still haven't forgiven you for that."
I had to make sure you were worthy.
And he goes, as he goes through the mist, he goes, "Fuck you." But you do see him like go through the mist, and as he does, you all notice that the flames on him seem to dim slightly, almost like they're getting wet. But then he kind of fades to darkness a little bit inside the mist. You can see a shadowed figure floating, his head floating around.
Just gonna follow him through.
Okay. You guys go through it, and as you touch it, it's cold. It's definitely like a cold fog. But as you put your hand through it, your hand doesn't come back with any condensation. And then you're like, okay, it's not so bad. And you step through it, and it's like somebody pouring ice water down your spine. You shiver uncontrollably.
Is it like a refreshing cold?
No. This is like somebody walked over your grave and then pissed on it and said, "Guess what? I'm going to raise you and kill you again." It's a torturous nightmare. All right. I want all of you guys to make wisdom saving throws for me here.
Yeah, that tracks. I don't know what that is. Ooh, an 18.
Yes. Let's not do the 17. Let's do the 9 instead.
All right. Well, everybody but Branch, you are fine. Branch, you step through and you are overcome and frightened instantly. This wave of terror washes over you. You feel the urge to run back the way you just came.
Hey guys,
Branch.
I think I'm gonna run back to whence I came.
Branch, get it together. We got way worse than that coming.
I don't know. I don't have a good I don't know. This
Branch.
is not.
Branch.
No.
Don't piss yourself.
It's too late. I already sharded.
Oh, that's gonna smell the whole time.
Branch, you hear a voice come from the shadows, and you look over, like you glance to where it's coming from, and there's a dead body there that looks like it's been flayed and just thrown to the wayside like a child tossing a toy. And you hear a neck snap as it twists its head in an awkward angle that's not natural, and its eyes glow for a brief moment as it looks at you and says, "You are unwanted. You were abandoned." As you look at it, it goes back to just disappears. And for a brief moment, you feel like you see a shadow lift from it, move to something else further in.
Hey guys, like I said earlier on, I don't really know if this is a good idea.
Branch, we all had to suffer this shit.
Did you see that? Like, did you see or hear what just like that? That's crazy.
No, it's your turn.
Palamades, you did hear it. You heard the voice.
Oh, okay.
But you did not see the body move or anything.
Okay. I'll be like, I did hear it, which is surprising. Kind of a first for that. I haven't seen anything, though. So it sounds like it's your turn, buddy.
You know, I really feel like this whole turns thing, like, what if it's not real? Like, what if, like, you guys are just unlucky? There is no
If
branch
you're seeing shit
turn.
that we're not seeing, Branch, pretty sure it's your turn.
Well, you just said you heard it too, so maybe I'm okay. Maybe everything's
Yeah,
gonna
but I
be
didn't see it. What'd you see, Branch?
You know, like the little neck snap. You saw that, right? Like
That's some creepy shit. I didn't see that.
Oh, you just weren't looking. That's fine. That's whatever.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I was looking. It sounds like it's time for trauma, Branch. Good luck.
Branch, a little of you kind of like looking around, like, I don't want to be here. From the corner of a building, the closest one, shadow figure materializes, kind of comes out of the shadows and forms a humanoid figure, and it floats there for a moment. Its eyes, where you think its eyes would be, begin to glow red, and you all hear this in your heads. The rest of you, Palamades and Camilla, you guys turn to see. There's nothing there that you see, but you know where the voice is coming from, and it goes, Branch, it tells you, nothing to you. They are going to abandon you, just like your family.
Hey, what the heck?
Well, what? I never said that.
Branch, make a perception check for me here.
Oh, Severin did kind of fly away from us, though.
Severin's
No!
floating.
What the hell?
Severin's floating
No.
right next to you guys, going, "This is
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up shit."
Okay.
He came back.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. You don't recognize the voice at all. But after it speaks, it just kind of fades, almost like it's almost like it's from like one of those, cold ice when it just kind of hits the ground and then rolls out. It does that in front of you. It just melts onto the ground.
Branch, buddy. I want you to know I'm not gonna abandon you, because I gotta watch you eat.
Liar!
20 more eggs, Branch. I gotta eat 20
Liar!
more eggs. You don't want to eat 20 more eggs?
Show me the eggs right now.
Oh, I don't have them. I want to see you eat them. Back
You're
at the
a
end.
fucking liar.
He's in a mood, Camilla.
Don't worry, I got this. And I start pulling out the hunting trap.
Camilla, no! We do not hunting trap our friends.
Severin kind of floats up and he makes the staff materialize and he goes, "So, can I fireball some shit yet?"
No, Severin, we gotta find some shit to fireball.
Well,
And fireball Palamades. He's a liar. He doesn't have any eggs for me.
I never said I had eggs
And
for
he
you. I said I
never
wanted
will.
you to eat the eggs.
I want to eat the eggs too, but someone won't give me my eggs.
What?
Dang, Palamades. Why would you keep the eggs?
I'm not
Why-
keeping the eggs. What is he talking
Why would
about?
you? I knew
Branch,
it. You're hiding the eggs from me.
make a dexterity saving throw for me here.
Oh,
12.
12. Nope, not high enough. So you guys are like, "Where's the eggs? What's going on?" None of you notice this, but one of the bodies that had been on the ground has been ripped in half. It's missing, like one of its arms looked like it was ripped out of its torso, and half its face isn't like gone, but like the skin has been peeled back, revealing like the flesh and everything underneath. The eyes drooping down, and it just slowly crawled across the ground, and it grabs you, Branch, and looks up, and all of you see this body. So he goes, "Ah!" And it grabs your ankle, Branch, and it goes, "You were abandoned. Emotional drain on them. Were abandoned." And then it just keeps repeating.
I'm screaming at the top of my lungs and
I'm stabbing
stabbing
it
it.
repeatedly, yeah.
As you stab at it, and then finally goes limp and stops moving.
Oh my god.
Branch, what the fuck is it talking about, and why are there dead bodies telling you you're abandoned?
Who cares? Why would we listen to someone that looks like that?
Yeah, Branch, you're gonna trust that thing over us?
You
They didn't
guys
have a
don't
face.
understand.
They didn't have a face.
Branch starts walking away from them.
I mean, I guess he's right. I wouldn't understand having my flesh peeled off my face. Hey, Severin.
He looks at you and goes, "No, I don't know what that feels like. Don't ask."
Okay.
And he kind of he looks like he's looking down and he goes, "It hurts," and then floats away and starts following Branch.
Yeah, just gonna keep following Branch.
So Branch, are you going to skirt the edges of the fog in the town, or what's left of the shanty town, or like, what are you doing? For that perspective and description, the shanty town looks like it has been destroyed by some kind of explosion. The buildings are kind of bent towards the edge of the mist or the fog, but they are strewn apart, dilapidated, falling apart. It looks like they were burned by some kind of weird, almost oily flame. But it is not like toxic, but it smells putrid, and it is difficult to breathe. But you can breathe without like any suffering any ill effects. But that's what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go deeper into the shanty town.
Okay. As you push further in, the bodies that you pass, and there are dozens, that look like they either were killed as they were trying to flee, or more like there are a mix of bodies. So there are some that look like they were trying to flee, and then their bodies, the back of their bodies, are just burned and melted away. There are others that are just almost like they were ripped apart, like somebody was playing with them and flaying their bodies. As you walk past some of the buildings, you can see just smears of blood down the side, as there's body parts, hands, fingers, arms, legs, torsos, just smeared and strewn down the sides of the buildings. It very much feels like either the monster or whatever is here just went on a rampage and just said, "I don't care." And it worked on a body, ripping something apart. You find one that looks like the person had their spine starting to get pulled out, and then halfway through, the monster just gave up and just left it there. There's another one where the creature's fingers are bent at all weird angles on both of their hands, but there's nothing else. Another, you find one where it looks like somebody is kind of leaning against a wall, and it's a woman, and her teeth are just all gone and just laying in her hands, almost like she ripped her own teeth out. And there's gruesome things like all around as you guys continue to walk. But Branch, go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw for me here.
Oh no. Yes. 21.
21. So you steal your resolve and kind of feel the fear. You gain control of it, and it no longer is controlling you. However, that does not stop the voices that you all hear, or the shadows. Branch, as you walk kind of the edge of a building, you look down at one of the bodies and you feel a shadowy hand reach out and grab your shoulder and kind of turn you to it. You see what looks to be the shadow of a womanly figure. It's just made of mists. You can't really tell it's what they look like, but it is feminine, and it appears to be coming out of the wall. And as she turns you to look at her, she goes, "We left you behind. We didn't want you. You were abandoned because of you, or you weren't worth keeping." And it just fades back into the wall.
Branch?
Why are Branch's ghosts so mean?
So as you ask that, Camilla,
You really mean that?
one of the a little, you can tell it's a little child, kind of materializes out of the mists in front of you, and he just looks tilts his head. Red, glowing, flame-like eyes appear, and it's silhouette of a boy or a girl. It's difficult to tell, but it just tilts its head, and there's this unsettling neck snapping pop that comes from it. But it looks to you, Camilla, and it goes, "He was abandoned because he messed everything up. Our parents didn't want him. He broke everything. And fades away, disappears.
That can't be true.
Branch,
That can't.
is this supposed to be your family?
It can't be right.
I promise it's not, Branch. It imitated my family too.
But what if they're right?
Branch, I want to give Branch a hug.
Okay. Give Branch a hug.
It's not true, buddy.
It's not true. Why did they leave me here?
Because they suck, Branch.
For
Not you.
so long. For years I've waited and waited and waited.
That's your family's fault, Branch.
The whole reason I'm even out here is the slight chance that I even see them. And this is true, then like why have I wasted all this time thinking about
I can't answer that for you, buddy. But you mean something to us right here, right now.
it? Yeah, but what if you guys leave just like they do? Once you realize that I just mess everything up.
Branch, we have been through at least like 7 different life or death situations together. I think if you messed everything up, I'd have noticed it by now. You remember when we first met in that town?
No, I have bad memory.
Okay, well then I'll tell you. I was buried under that pile of rubble, Branch.
Oh, actually, that I remember.
That's fair. It was very memorable. And you know who? You know who was gonna save me from that rubble?
Not me, because I wasn't there.
Exactly. Camilla wasn't there. It was you, Branch.
I was?
You were gonna give me a good berry. Save my life.
Oh yeah, huh? I love those good berries. They're so good.
Exactly.
They're
You know
very
who else
delicious.
can make those good berries as good as you do? Nobody.
Anyone with a a level 1 spell slot.
Have we run into anybody else who's made us good berries, Branch?
Not yet.
Exactly.
As soon as you do, you guys won't need me anymore. My good berries will be bad berries.
That's not true, Branch. Your good berries are great. Who else could leap 120 feet out of whatever the fuck we were fighting with Camilla?
Probably like a giant frog or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but a frog is way less cool than a cat man going 9 million miles an hour.
Probably you if you like to drink like a potion or something.
Yeah, but you didn't need a potion.
Yeah, but I made a deal with the hag so I could do that. That's
And
not
I never would have done that.
see, because I'm stupid.
No, Branch, because you're you. And I
Branch,
can't replace you.
you hear a voice, and this time only you hear it. But it does shadow material. It's like a shadow that materializes behind Palamades as he's talking to you. And he says, "Right, Branch. They'll leave you. You're a burden. Mess things up, just like you did with us." And it's a male visage that appears, and he disappears, and then a female one sounds similar voice to the one that had blamed you and says, "Are broken. They can't fix you. Nothing can. You're a disappointment." And then it disappears, and then Palamades keeps talking.
I finished my sentence.
I think it's time for me to leave.
Branch, no, we need you.
Branch runs off into the shanty town even further.
Okay.
Trying to avoid Calamities, Camilla, and Severin.
Okay. So you guys gonna run after him or try? He's fast. he's like liquid lightning. Like boom.
It's quick.
All right. So everyone, go ahead and make, I would say, acrobatics check.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Branch, you make it with advantage. Everyone else with disadvantage, though. If you have bonuses to it.
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Already have this. I have disadvantage on it already.
All right, so you just straight roll
So I
then.
just roll.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. I said another one.
Well, I got a 21 at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, even at disadvantage, you managed to keep up with Branch. So what you guys see happen is you kind of like Branch just kind of gets this distant look on his face for a brief moment, Palamades, and you realize that he is going to bolt. And he does. He turns and runs deeper into Shantytown. And as he goes to run, you manage to just barely like reach out and with your foot and kind of stumble him. He runs maybe about 40 feet stumbling and crashes kind of head over heels over a bench or a piece of wood that had been on the ground, and tumbles up. You guys are going to be on the map now at this point. But because of that, you guys, the three of you guys managed to keep up with him. So the map should be active. Don't have access to it, let me know.
I am here.
So where Severin is down at the bottom, that's kind of where you guys are at the moment.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just missing a Palamades on the map.
Oh. Token browser.
Look at that. Appears out of nowhere. All right. So Branch, you are face first in the dirt at the moment. And as you kind of start to pick yourself up, a dead body nearby, and the rest of you guys see this and hear this, and it again lifts its head, or lifts its torso, and the head just kind of lolls to the side. As it does so, its mouth pops open, and this blackish smoke emanates from it, and it says, "See, you can't even run. You're a failure. Why would they keep you? Why would they want you?" It falls to the ground again.
Branch.
Hello?
Hello.
All right.
I was calling on character.
Sorry, I missed that last part. My brother came in. So
Your brother saved you from the evil spirits.
Thank God.
No, so what ended up happening was this, as you're laying like face first in the ground, you stumbled, but as you're picking yourself up, one of the bodies nearby, its torso lifts up, and its head just lolls to the side, jaw cracks open, and this black smoke comes out, and taunts you, saying that you couldn't even run away. You're a failure. Why would they want you? This is why you were abandoned.
Branch.
I just keep running. I'm trying to run from the shadow figures. I'm trying to run from Palamades, Camilla, Severin, everything. I'm trying to be alone.
Okay. We'll say you move deeper in this way. There.
Yeah.
Palamades and Camilla, you guys can manage to keep up because he's stumbling. Branch, the faster you run, the shadows, they like raise up out of the buildings, the broken pieces, and the voices. There's a cacophony of voices from them. Abandoned, worthless, unwanted. You are the failure. Ruined everything. And there's like at one point, a shadow of a child raises up in front of you, and you just kind of run through it. And it says, "You hurt me. You left me because you couldn't stand to be with us, and we didn't want you." And the shadow, as it dissipates around you, it says, "I hate you."
Branch just falls to his knees. And he just stops running.
I'm going to put you about kind of here.
He just falls to the ground and just accepts defeat.
Okay, so go ahead and make another wisdom save for me here.
It's a 19.
Okay. So you don't suffer any ill effects. Like there's nothing to your stats or anything at the moment because you made your save for it. But you definitely feel despondent. You feel overwhelmed, exactly as you're describing. Just there's no statistics training you at the moment for it. That's what the roll is for. All right, what do you guys want to do?
Branch, we're gonna fix this, buddy.
You can't fix me. I'm too broken. I'm too far gone. Just leave me alone.
Get rid of this shadow stuff. I'm gonna feel better again.
Just
Promise.
leave me alone.
Branch, we're gonna need you.
No, you won't. I'm just gonna get us all killed.
I don't know if we can beat the shadow thing without you. If you don't help, we might all die.
So as he says that, or as you say that, and Branch is like, leave me, a shadowy figure into the picture that materializes in the shadows in front of you, or near you, I should say. Not necessarily right in front of you. Glowing eyes, the spiked smoke and clouds for it. Find the freaking monster. Come on, combat. There's a lot of things named Shadow, apparently. There we go. Paralyzes here. And he says, you hear the voice. It's raspy and like almost like something like it's speaking through, like it's having difficulty speaking, as though it's almost wind that's merging through the shadows itself in an effort to try and speak and convey words. But it does look at you, Palamades, as it forms, and it says, right, death comes for you. I be your undoing. And then as he says that, 3 more shadows erupt from the ground. These are similar to ones you've seen before, but they appear right, like kind of around him. And we're going to be in combat.
That's not my worst initiative roll.
Can I not find these creatures? There it is. Oh my. Too many things named Shadow. Jesus.
There are a lot of shadow things.
Right.
That's for sure.
I don't think it helps that all these creatures I named were Shadow at some point, because they are very shadowy. So it kind of makes sense. Type B. Make sure all of you guys go ahead and roll initiative if you haven't yet.
Ooh!
Was that? I saw a 21. Oh, you guys
That's
put an
an
abyssal
initiative
chicken on the map?
tie.
I mean,
Yeah, I got 21.
abyssal chicken. I can put an
Camilla,
abyssal chicken on the, the sheet if you guys want me to roll for it.
your dex is like 18, right, Camilla?
19.
Ooh.
Okay. I think Branch's is 20.
That makes sense.
Because Branch is first. All right, Branch. These creatures have spawned in front of you, telling you that they are your death, that they are right. You were abandoned and worthless. Nobody wants you, and that these, your friends, your companions, will leave you. You do. Branch, did we lose you?
No, I'm still here. I'm just thinking about what Branch would do.
Okay. Making sure.
I think Branch would fight, but his heart isn't in it. He doesn't have any will to fight. but he knows it's just the right thing to do.
Okay.
He doesn't want to fight. He just wants to let them win, but he knows it's not right to let Palamades and Camilla die because of it. So he's just gonna charge in.
Okay.
And then he's going to swing with a dagger at the Shadow of Memory.
Okay. There. Swing away.
That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 hits.
10 damage.
Okay. And then is your weapon magic at all? Oh,
I don't think so.
okay. So you definitely stab at it. This seems to, like the shadows that are kind of spreading out around it. It's almost like tentacles or kind of like off an octopus. It's just shadowed spikes, almost like branches of a tree. They're just shooting out of it in random directions as it moves. And you stab at it, and one of the shadows kind of crumbles and turns to ash. But it doesn't seem to it just seems to reform after a moment. You definitely hurt it, but it wasn't enough to be like, okay, it's life-threatening in a way.
Pointless.
Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Then Camilla, it will be your turn. One thing just for everybody's aware, so these buildings are destroyed. So the walls that are listed are kind of dilapidated. You can pass through them at any point. There's not really much of an obstruction.
Gotcha.
All right, I'm running up here.
Okay.
And I'm stabbing Shadow C with my magic rapier.
All right, stab away.
Oh, do I get sneak attack on this?
Find out. Give me a second. This is a bit of a weird situation for yourself, guys.
Don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
Well, so the creature, the Shadow of Memory is a large creature, so it would be within 5 feet of Shadow C. Shadow C hasn't gone. I don't know if that has any effect on it. I know you get the swashbuckler stuff.
Do, because the Shadow of Memory is not within 5 feet of you.
Okay. Yeah, so advantage. Go for it. Swing!
Does a 13 hit?
You only rolled regular. Don't you have advantage? Is that what we were just talking about?
Oh, no, the sneak attack is just, it adds extra damage.
Oh, I thought you were doing advantage. Okay, so a 13 hits, yes.
Oh!
Man.
Fucking sneak attack that shit. Hell yeah.
Oof.
16 plus 7.
Nice damage.
Is a number.
Yeah. All right, you run up and just foaming at the mouth, stab it. As you stab the shadow as it's coming out of the ground, its arms are down. It's the hooded, cloaked-looking figure to it. As its eyes begin to glow for the moment, you stab your rapier right into it, and it goes kind of hisses backwards, and some of the shadow that's coming out, that's basically just hovering there, begins to fade. It looks weaker. You definitely did a nice hit on it. It's still alive. Anything else?
No, that's it for my turn.
Okay. That brings it to Shadow B and C. Shadow B gonna actually do this thing that it can do. It uses a bonus action, and it teleports through the shadows.
No.
To Palamades.
A shadow step.
And it's going to make a claw attack on you.
Do.
I went from a 19 to a 12 total. Oh, it misses, and that's all it does. And then it is going to take the hide as well as a bonus action. Let's see, what hide? What's your passive perception again?
16.
Okay, you watch as it seems to fade into the wall next to you.
Okay.
That's what's hiding. And then C is gonna look at you, Camilla, and be like, "It's your turn to die." And it's gonna try and swing at you. Got a 24 total to hit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take 11 psychic damage as it rakes its claws, like shadowy claws, through you. It just kind of passes through your body, but you feel the psychic damage as your mind is. And that's it.
Sounds like it's time to start abusing Uncanny Dodge.
Yeah. And that brings it to Palamades' turn.
Okay. How does this hiding thing impact my ability to use ranged attacks?
So it's hiding, so I would say combat-wise, you don't even know if it's there or not technically. So you wouldn't have disadvantage. That's what your concern
cool.
is.
No, I'm not looking for this thing. I am taking a shot at Shadow Sea after steadily aiming with my bow.
Okay.
Fuck this thing. Fuck Shadow Sea. That's a 14 with advantage, so
That hits.
that its AC is bad.
Yes, its AC is bad.
That is maximum damage plus some sneak attack.
Nice.
That is a 27 plus whatever this dice rolls. 30 damage.
Holy crap. Okay. Your bow is magical, right?
Yes, my
Okay.
bow is magical.
Holy crap. So you steady aim, like look at the shadow like where it had been behind you. You steady aim, pull your bow out and go, fuck this shit. You unload your arrow and it just like right as the claws are crossing through Camilla's body, your arrow pierces its chest and it just shatters the smoke outward from it, and it recoalesces after a second. The shadow is very dim and it looks like it's struggling to keep itself together. Anything else?
No, sir. That is what I got.
All right. Well, so it's the Shadow of Memory's turn. It looks at you, Branch, for a moment before raising a hand. It's almost like best way I can think of it is it's kind of like a twig blight. It's got this spiked arm, hand, and it just raises it slowly, points a finger towards Palamades. It says, "Feast on that one." And Palamades, for a moment you blink and you see this shadow mastiff, a dog that you had not seen before, appear and bound towards you. Branch, you do get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, that is a critical miss.
Ooh, okay. Roll a d20.
No. Wait, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so just roll a straight d20. Remember, if you get a 5 or lower, you would stab something or somebody else.
Oh, 15.
All right, you're fine. Nothing happens. All right, Palamades. This thing bounds towards you, lopping along the ground, and tries to bite at you. Oh, he went from a 15 roll to a 5. You got a 10. That is twice. Twice.
Scrub.
Too bad. He was going to try and pin you to the ground. So much luck.
Sucker.
All right, so now it is the actual Shadow's turn. It turns to you, Branch, and it looks down at you. Its glowing red eyes. It says, I will not make this quick for you. He makes 2 claw attacks. First one's a 15.
No.
Okay. And second one went from a 1 to an 11. Got an 18 total.
Oh, 18 hits.
Okay. And you take 16 points of slashing damage. Need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me here.
That is a 6.
Okay. You are frightened of the shadow of memory till the end of your turn. And then it's going to take its third attack on Camilla. The shadows lash out at you. Got a 15 to hit?
That does not hit.
All right. The shadows lash out at you like whips trying to grab onto you to pull you to the ground unsuccessfully. Right, that's its turn. The last shadow A, it gets to go. It's going to move over. Actually, it's going to use its bonus action to teleport here. Find Camilla, and it's going to try to attack you, Camilla. Got a 17.
That does hit.
Okay. You take 18 points of damage this time since it has advantage.
Right, I'm gonna uncanny dodge that and use my reaction.
Okay.
I'll take
Good.
9. Ouchie.
All right, Branch, it's your turn. Oh, wait. I don't have Severin on this list.
You do not.
Okay. We're gonna put him. Okay, let me roll for him real quick. Well, gotta pull up his character or his stats because he's gonna go.
Yeah. Severin.
He's gonna be like fireball, fireball, fireball.
The two of us that don't have evasion quite yet. Where are we to? I don't remember when we get that.
Oh shit, he's got a 17. Okay, so he should have a 17.
Woo! Damn. Not bad, Severin. Not bad.
Okay. Oh, let me go over him real quick. This way, won't have to worry about it. He's just gonna cast. He's gonna do his 2 eyes, the eye rays on him. He's gonna do. Because they move 40 feet, so we'll move here. And he's gonna be like,
Finish
Camilla,
this, Severin.
finish C. Okay, that's what he goes to. Oh shit, he rolled a 1.
Severin!
Oh fuck, he rolled a 1. Okay, I need. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So he rolled and he failed. So he rolled a 1 and a 1. So one of those eye blasts is gonna hit somebody else. So you have a 50-50 chance. So the number 1, I'm gonna roll a d4. A 1 will be the Shadow of Memory. A 2 is gonna be Branch. 3 is Camilla. 4 is the other shadow.
Okay.
Let me. We're gonna see. Everybody can see this. Oh, Branch, he hit you.
Ah.
All right.
Severin!
You're gonna take 10 fire damage. Severin as he fire blasts you with his eye in the back. That's okay. It's now top of the round. So now it's or Branch's turn. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. So at first, when Palamades was fighting, the shadow was killing it. And same thing with Camilla. He was feeling a little bit better, I guess. He's feeling a little bit more confident in his friends and the overall situation. But then now he's frightened. And then he just got blasted by Severin. And now it's just going in the complete opposite direction. And he lost that confidence he had in his friends again. And now he's just going to Let's see. He's going to cast. Where's? Oh, it's a second. That's why. He's going to cast Misty Step,
Okay.
and he's going to see the range. I think it's 30 feet. Yeah. The ruler. And he is going to go over here.
Okay. Misty
And
Step
then,
bonus action 30 feet.
yep. And then he is going to try and shoot the Shadow of Memory with his bow.
Okay. So you do have disadvantage on the Shadow of Memory, but all the other shadows you do not.
Oh, that's right. I'm frightened.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
frightened only of the Shadow of Memory.
only of the Shadow of Memory.
Okay. Then I will shoot at Shadow. I'll shoot at the Shadow Mastiff.
Okay.
It's a 18.
18 will hit.
It'll be 12 damage.
Ooh, nice. You hit it, and it like goes right through its jugular, and you watch as this blackish blue, or like a, it's almost like an oily black color, just blood just spurts out for a moment. And you realize as you hit it that, unlike the others, this is a physical creature. You are doing more damage to it.
Huh. Okay. So since I have 2 attacks per turn, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at it again.
Okay.
It is a 14 this time.
That will hit as well.
Okay. For 11 damage.
All right. You hit it this time right kind of towards the center body mass as it limps, so like kind of howls out in pain. It does fall to the ground on its hunches and kind of slowly shifts itself and whimpers and stands up again. It's still alive, but it is not looking good. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be all.
Camilla, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep stabbing. C.
Okay.
Shadow C.
13 hits.
Oh, thank God. Man. Alright, 6 damage. And I'm also going to Draconic Cry, which should hit A, C, and the Shadow of Memory.
Okay. And what does that do for me? I know.
Until the start of my next turn, me and my allies have advantage on attack rolls against the enemies that could hear me.
Okay. So which 3 words is Shadow A?
C and the Shadow of Memory.
Borders. Remember. Okay. Anything with the orangish border, you guys have advantage on until Camilla's turn. And anything else, Camilla?
Nope, that is my turn.
Okay. All right. Shadow B and C are up. Shadow C is barely hanging on by a thread. Close, Camilla. Very, very close. Okay, so B is going to rematerialize Palamades and attack you. Does have advantage. Ooh, we got a natural 20 on one of them.
Jesus.
So you're going to take 20.
Oh, on one of the dice. Okay.
Yeah, on one of the dice. So you take 22 points of damage, though.
Uncanny dodge, motherfucker.
Ooh, okay. That's its turn, and then it is going to teleport. It steps into the shadows and rematerializes here. As far as it can go. It is going to try and stealth again. So everybody now. So what's your guys' passive?
Still a 16 out of me.
Well, unless you have above a 20.
Oh.
Rolled a nat 20. That's stealth. It just...
Yikes.
It vanishes. Alright. Shadow C. One that's taking all the damage. Camilla, it too disappears. It disappears for 60 feet, and as you watch it disappear, it's going to try and stealth. Well, got higher than what you guys have, so it vanishes as well.
Dang it.
That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. It is now Severin's turn. All right, he's gonna look at you, Branch, and be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you. And then...
Two of those could be in fireball range.
I'm very tempted to fireball, but he's not that mean.
3 if I go down as collateral.
I mean, he's willing to fireball where you are. Like, fireball it! Do it. And fireball, for perspective, it's a 20-foot radius. Oh, I forgot they added shapes in here. Now you can draw.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they did.
Yeah, so...
Whoa. Heck yeah.
Look at that. So 20-foot radius is that.
Does this count as getting all of them? Oh wait, I don't know if you can see mine.
I can see
I
yours,
can
yeah.
see 2.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag yours.
Well, it's that the one you took when was mine, so I'll delete mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's I think that's a 20-foot radius. It looks like it.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
It tells you, it tells you when you drag it out. That's cool. But if Severin just nukes the house and get all of them, but also Branch and I. But also I have faith that Branch can get out of there.
I mean,
I don't
this
know
doesn't
them.
catch Branch.
Yeah, so if he launches it like that, where it is, so let's say he moves him over here. Although it doesn't matter, he's immune to fire, so he could literally stand in the middle.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I'm dead, I'm fire, or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, immunity, fire and cold, poison.
Hell yeah.
Whatever, I'm made of fire. So I mean, if you're like, do it, Severin, you will do it. I'll leave it up to you, Camilla, because you're in the center of it.
Yeah. You're the one in it. You make the call.
I'll wait until next turn when I have my bonus action back and I can disengage or dash out of there.
Well, okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll leave him there. I'm gonna get rid of the circle, so it's not on the map. And then he will try and just double eye blast on... no, actually, he's going to do this smart. He's going to feel guilty for having shot Branch, and he's going to magic missile. He's going to magic missile the big guy. Well, not bad. Almost max damage. So... 13 points. Ooh, I almost did 113. That doesn't work. Hell of a magic missile. Okay, and then we'll say this turn what he does is Severin goes, dude, can I fireball them? And he kind of shouts that out for it. He's waving the staff around that he's got in his hand, but that's his turn. Palamades, it is your turn.
Not yet.
Yes.
I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And go to here. Where I will stab this shadow in the back with my rapier.
Okay, go for it.
I get flanked, motherfucker. Piece of shit. Thank God for advantage. This is a 20.
20 does hit, yes.
Not on that one. Importantly. Okay. That will be very small. 1 second. Yeah, 17.
Okay, 17 total?
Yes.
You stab it in the back. Take some damage. It's still kind of like you stab it right through its arm, and its arm falls apart almost into that ash and then just kind of reforms out of the shadows. It definitely is weaker than it was before. The shadows aren't as thick, but it's still alive.
Then I'm going to go back here with the rest of my movement.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, that brings it to the Mastiff's turn, who is going to look at you, kind of tilt its head, look at Branch for having shot him, and then look to his master. His master just points, slowly raises his hand and points at you, Palamades. So the Mastiff kind of whimpers and tries to bite at you.
That's fair.
Ooh, we got a
Just
9.
trying to be a good dog. Ooh, it's not gonna cut it.
9 does not. He yeps at you and tries to bite at you, and you just kind of move him out of the way. Sidestep that bite.
Stop it.
All right, brings it to the big bad. He looks at all of you for the moment, and he's gonna try and lash all of you.
Ah.
All right, so 1 for Branch. Ooh, we got a 9. 1 for Camilla.
That's probably best.
26.
Oh.
All right, Camilla, you need to make a strength saving throw for me here.
Ow.
Oof. Okay. You also take 12 points of damage, and you are restrained. The end of your next turn.
Oh,
Wait, did I use my reaction at this turn? No, I didn't.
No, you
To
haven't used
have
your
the
reaction
damage?
yet.
Yeah.
So you can
You have
half the
not used it.
damage.
You're not stopping the restraint, but
Yeah, I'll take.
take
What
less
was it?
damage.
12 damage.
Yeah, it was 12.
Okay, I'll take 6.
Okay. And
be
Palamades, onto you. Got a 26 to hit as well.
Oh man, again.
You got to make a strength check for me.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. You are also restrained. You take 12 points of damage.
Well, I guess I'll have that.
That's all it does. It brings it to Shadow A, which is going to look at Camilla, then look to seeing you lashed. It leaves you behind. Goes to Severin. You're restrained, so you still get an attack of opportunity, Camilla, if you want. You just have
Ooh, heck yeah.
Disadvantage is on your attack rolls, but you still get to go.
Does a 14 hit?
It hits, yeah. Damage.
11 damage.
Ooh, nice. Nice hit. Okay. You stab it into the back as it moves over to Cedric. And actually, I realized it would have advantage. You would have advantage on that, so it would be equal roll. But you still hit it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It ain't a crit.
But it's going to try and attack Severin.
Son of a bitch.
Definitely hit him. Got a 21. Severin takes 11 points of damage. He's not immune to psychic damage.
You remember that part where you were gonna leave the area, Camilla?
Haha.
No. All right. That brings
That was a good joke.
Top of the round, Branch. You're up. You watch as these lashes come out of the ground, out of the shadows, and lash onto your friends, pulling them down, holding them in place, spiking through them.
Man. I wish we never came here. I'm going to aim at Severin. I'm just kidding.
He deserves it.
Shit. I'm
Hey,
going
at
to
least you're not
shoot-
afraid of the shadow anymore.
You are not. No longer frightened.
I am going to cast Hunter. Maybe.
Okay.
If I can remember something else. Oh yeah. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the Shadow of Memory.
Okay.
I forgot to use this spell. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to shoot at the Shadow Mastiff again.
Okay. Go for it.
That is a 25.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. You definitely hit. Doesn't have that much.
And that's going to be 9 damage.
Okay. You kill it.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
You
Put
shoot
that
it.
asshole.
Alright.
Skewer it to the ground. It whimpers, and its blood is gushing out in front of you, Palamades. And as the blood seeps into the ground, you watch as the shadow lashings that are holding you down seem to absorb it. And it just, blood trickles up the vines.
That feels right, yeah.
It's a cat eat dog world out here.
Anything else for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my second shot to shoot the Shadow of Memory.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ooh, that is a 29 to hit.
Ooh. You know what? That's almost a 30, so I'm going to say it misses, even though it really does not. Too high of a number. What is this craziness?
If you want to fish for crits, you do have advantage on it.
Ew.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Nope, that was a critical miss.
Not the kind of crit I meant.
Yeah, you know, if it's worth it, you might as well go for almost a 30 to a 1. You know.
It'll be 8 damage plus the thingy-majig. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Plus 4, so 12 damage
Okay.
to him.
All right. You definitely do some good hits to it. It's still alive though, obviously, but it's kind of the arrows pass through it, but it definitely has left some kind of damage. You see, again, whenever you hit a part of it around the arrow, the part of it crumbles to ash, and then it just reforms out of the shadow. So your arrow like hits it, crumbles the part around it, crumbles to ash, and the arrow just kind of falls to the ground, clattering, almost useless. Anything else?
I believe that's all for me.
All right, Camilla, it's your turn.
I'm gonna steal this real quick. Okie dokie. I am. I guess bonus action. Oh no, wait. I think I can just run.
Come what?
I think I can just run out of range. Oh no, that'll be.
You sure can't.
Oh,
You're
wait,
still
I'm-
restrained, bucko.
You are restrained.
Oh wait, never mind. I'll
Yeah.
imagine
You
I'm
and me
running.
both.
So you can try and break the restraint if you like. Use your restraint. It's only till the end of your turn, but if you want to break it beforehand, you just have to make a strength check, and it is, it would be an action to do that.
I'm going to stab at it then.
Okay.
Does a 24 hit
24 does hit. Yeah.
God damn.
for 11 damage again?
You're doing this on the Shadow of Memory, correct?
Yep.
All right. You stab at it, and it hisses back at you, and it actually says into your mind. It says, "Why do you resist? I will be your end."
Because
That's
you're
it.
gross.
You're no longer restrained if it's your turn.
Because you're gross.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alright.
Anything else?
I am bonus action dashing away.
Well, so at the end of your turn, your
It's-
restraint
yeah,
goes away. So
yeah,
unless you
turn.
Oh,
have anything
never
else,
mind.
yeah.
I will once again think about running away.
You're like running away. I want to do that. I want to do that. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Shadow B, and B appears here, materializes in front of Branch. Going to try and attack you, Branch.
What?
You son of a bitch.
Got a 23 to hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'll do.
We rolled a 17. You're going to take
Motherfuckers.
11 points of psychic damage. That's its turn.
Rude.
And then Shadow C does something, but you don't know what it does. It's invisible.
Oh.
Oh.
It is Severin's turn. He's like, get the fuck off me! Get the fuck off me! Not have advantage anymore. Womp womp womp. But let's run. All right, he's gonna try and eye blast onto the creature in front of him. Try. First roll. You got a 24.
Yeah, okay.
Second roll. You got a 12.
Merciful.
So one hits.
Severin, you fucking doofus.
You know, eyes did enough to kill it.
What? Shadow B's dead, or A's dead? Yes!
Or A. Oh my gosh, I got them backwards. I apologize. Oh no, A is not dead.
I retract my celebration.
Yeah, I thought I was looking at Shadow C, but A. So A burns away a little bit, but it is still alive. In fact, Palamades, go ahead and make a perception check since you're.
Oh, that's a 25.
So you notice that even though it burned, it did not take as much fire damage as you would expect.
Severin.
Yes. Make, I want to say either an Arcana or Religion check for you, Palamades.
Doesn't matter either way, so I'll go for Arcana because it feels more fitting. That is an 18.
Okay. Seeing this from Severin, you're like, God damn it, Severin. And then you're like, wait, shadows, darkness, radiant damage is probably what we'll do. And the other thing you kind of realize is you're in darkness. These creatures thrive on darkness. Probably maybe sunlight of some kind.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's Severin's turn. So it's your turn, Palamades. Not that.
You thought you could restrain me? Me? Well, you thought right, because I'm still restrained. But that doesn't stop me from taking out. I gotta scroll down to it so I can answer your questions about it immediately. The Flare Wand.
Ooh.
Alright. I'm gonna use the ping system first.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna make a circle so I can check some stuff. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Eh. This may be a man. Wish I had this idea while I was not puttering around. Draw another one, game. Okay. All right. Yep. That'll. Cool. That's fine. That's the only one I need then. Boop. Boop.
Look at that.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna try to shoot it right next to Camilla.
Okay. I'm just gonna say you shoot it. It's a flare. It goes in a direction 300 feet. You're like, hey, I'm firing. So you shoot it, and immediately, Camilla, it hits the ground, and you look down, turn away just in time as the flare explodes in this bright red light that fills the air. Camilla, you hear the shadow of memory hiss back. Bring the darkness back. And everything within the entire map, going from dim light or darkness to now regular light. If it was dark before, it is dim there. If it was dim, dark is no longer dim. But where you are in that circle is bright light for it. So we'll make it easy. Anything that's a building will be considered dim light now. Anything that's ground, not in a building, will be in normal light for it. Okay. What else do you want to do, if anything?
I am going to use my bonus action to give. Well, okay, to do the help on an attack for Camilla against Shadow A.
Okay. Anything else?
That is it.
All right, that brings it to the shadow of memory. It hisses and it flees. It wants to teleport, but it can't. It retreats back to here. Actually, no, I'll say it moves into the building. It wants to be in the shadows, so it's back in the dim light.
He can hide.
And that will be what it does there. It is going to try and do the lashing shadows as it retreats on the three of you. It has disadvantage on these rolls.
It does still have a pretty big modifier.
Let's see. We'll go branch first. Oh, it went from a 19 to a 10. Camilla on the second one. And it rolled a 1. Disadvantage. All right, let's see if it does. Okay, it doesn't hit its friend, but it loses its other lash because that's considered its attack.
Sucker.
As it retreats, and when it retreats and it moves, it's think Doc Octopus, so its tentacle arms coming out are literally lashing out venom style to grab the ground and pull it forward, as it's hissing out of the light. But that's its turn. It's Shadow A, who hisses at the light too and is going to try and retreat. So we go. That's as far as it would go. Gets out of the bright light for it. And then, yeah, it doesn't have anything else. It doesn't have any ranged attack. Branch, it's your turn.
All right, Branch, come on, think.
Think, Branch, think.
All right. Branch is going to use his bonus action to cast Planar Warrior.
Okay.
And then he's going to take aim at the Shadow of Memory.
Okay, go for it.
I said 29 to hit.
Yes, a 29 definitely hits. You can stop rolling so high. I would appreciate it.
I don't think so.
Come on, these things are
No.
supposed to kill you guys.
Okay, it's not a life or death situation, so it'll be high. Once we get down to the nitty gritty,
That's fair.
I'll be rolling ones left and right.
I have 3 HP. Fuck, Brent shot me.
Yep.
It's 5, 10 damage plus 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, Hunter's Mark can't be a winner every time.
Plus 1d8 plus 2, so 13 damage, but it's force damage.
Okay. So all of it's force damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Or all damage dealt by the attack becomes force damage.
Okay. You definitely rip through it as it's retreating and running away, hissing at you. And just as you expected, the force damage seems to do much, much better than your normal arrows. What do your arrows look like, by the way, when you do your planar warrior? Do they turn into something? Do they look a different way? Or are they just launching with that much force?
I'd imagine you see nothing. Like you see me load my bow with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not up close, you just see me load like as if I was just loading air. But
Okay.
it's like a I'd say like a string or like almost like similar to like fishing line.
Sure. Okay. It's just a line, just as it sails through the air, it's just like that in translucent kind of fishing line look for a moment. Is that right?
Yep, and it's got like a little aura of just force around it.
Okay. I'm now picturing your arrow being like a mini bead and you're like rail cannoning this shit. Just
Yes.
holy
Precise.
fuck.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I'm shooting an atom at the speed of sound. Fuck you.
Running around at the speed of sound.
Yep. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, it rips through him and he hisses at you. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my second attack to hit this bastard in front of me.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's see. I'll use my silver, the short sword. That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
That's 6 damage.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right, and that brings it then to Camilla's turn. We're standing in this bright or almost bright light for you, Camilla. Actually, it is bright light because there.
Doesn't spin a bit. I did give you the help action against Shadow A.
You are not restrained either.
That's when we'll stab. I'm running up to it.
Stab away.
Take your advantage. Stab.
Dirty 20.
30-20 hits.
For 8 damage.
Okay. You do get sneak attack because
You have advantage. So.
Oh, snap.
Also, you're in a 1v1, so you have like double sneak attack.
16. More damage.
Holy shit. Okay. It's not quite dead. It's very close. You run up behind it as it's trying, like, teleported away and is trying to get out of the shadows or out of the light. And you just rip into it with your rapier. As it does, it comes out like it's what would be like kind of its torso section that's not, misting down below. And it just, for a brief moment, all the mist below just fades and disappears. And then starts to come out of its lower body again as it turns and looks at you and hisses. Anything else?
No, that is my turn, but I do hiss back at it.
Okay. The hissing match. Who can do the best? All right, B and C. All right, Shadow B is going to swipe at you, Branch.
That's so rude. That's so wrong.
Oh, you rolled a 1.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh, let's see.
Roll low, roll low. Hit yourself. Roll low.
Nope, he rolled a 19.
Dang it.
Doesn't hit himself. But he does flee after that. He's going to fly to the building, so you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Where's my... That is a 23.
That hits.
8 damage.
Okay. C materializes and flees into here as well. Kind of hovers around his master. It's his turn because they don't have ranged attacks. It is Severin's turn. Want him to fireball or do something else? Basically a fire person.
Fireball.
Is that what you want? Fireball? Or fireball on the building?
You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's he casts for the first time. He points like the staff towards them, waves it over his head for a moment, and his eyes start to glow. And then he's like, I got this, guys. And then you watch as his eyes dim and his head begins to like almost condense the fires. It goes from like a greenish color and they condense and get brighter and brighter. And then it forms into a bead in front of him and then shoots out. And his head returns to normal flames. And then the bead, it's a little green bead of light, flies out and explodes. This greenish blue flame right on top of them. Oh, they need to make Dex saving throw. That fails for the Shadow of Remembrance. Shadow of Memory also fails. Ha ha! 8d6 it is. Roll this for everybody. You can see what he gets. 43. Okay. Now you guys are aware, we've seen this, that they are resistant to fire, so they take half damage.
That's still good damage.
21. Holy crap.
Ain't bad.
Nope.
If I recall, Shadow C was hurting, so.
And C is dead. He's
Very fuck
dead.
you, Shadow C, you piece of shit.
It returns like when the flames disappear. It's a silent burst of flame. When the flames disappear, there's flames licking at the buildings. It's catching, spurting a little bit, but otherwise it's gone, and there's just the shadow of memory. Definitely looks much weaker than it did a moment ago. But that's Severin's turn, and Palamades, you're up.
Trinity just got back. Yeah, Severin fireballed the Shadow of Memory, and Shadow C is dead.
Heck yeah.
Let's see here. So so the flare wand will kind of just go where I pointed, assuming I'm not attacking something with it, yeah?
Yeah, so I know it has charges on it.
It sure does. I'm keeping track. I had all three coming into this. All right.
But does it regain charges?
I'm pretty sure. I thought. Yeah, it regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
Okay. Okay, I was just making sure because I know you fired it once when you guys first got it, and then once before.
Yeah.
Two. Okay, so I'm just making sure because if it didn't recharge, it'd be like.
I've just been recharging it every long rest because it do.
It do be that. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so it's just you just point and flick the switch and it shoots.
All right. All right. This piece of shit. The shadow of memory. Wait, can I right click this? No, I can't. All right, I'll just have to draw another one. Right at his feet, this motherfucker. Change the color again. Bah.
You are a mean, mean man. Dare you? Dare you? Feel like what's that? Gretchen something? Climate activist. How dare you? That's just what I feel like right now. All right.
And then I'm going to feline agility to double my movement speed.
Okay.
And go stand behind this man.
Enough. All right. As you fire the shadow wand, that building and everything inside of it is now lit up. No longer a safe haven.
Yeah, my last thing, I'm going to bonus action. And Branch, I'm giving you the help action against Shadow B.
Okay. Well, that brings it to the Shadow of Memory's turn, who is pissed the fuck off. He is going to...
Understandable, honestly.
Can't teleport anymore. God damn it. That he will move into this building here. He goes into there, and then since he's in dim light, shadow, he steps into a shadow, vanishes, and reappears over here. Kind of like hiding behind or trying to hide. He's not really hiding, but he's trying to like use some of the ruined building to kind of cover himself. But that's all he can do. That was his action and bonus action. Because he cannot get to you. All right. That brings it to Shadow A, who is still trying to flee the light around him and is going to try and attack you, Palamades.
Fair.
You're right there in front of it. You got a 17 to hit.
Ain't gonna hit.
All right. And he is going to continue to try and flee. I'm in there. You both get attacks of opportunity.
Let's do this, Camilla.
Have that many hit points.
Well, that's gonna hit. And that's gonna be 13 from me.
You kill him.
Yeah.
As he's fleeing. You stab him in the back. You bastard.
As it should be.
All right. Branch, it's your turn again. Top of the round.
I have granted you advantage against Shadow B if you would like it.
Interesting. I will. Oh, well.
That's just me measuring things.
I am going to move down like a few feet. And then I'm going to attack Shadow B.
Okay.
See.
Yeah, 26 definitely hits.
Let me see. I have advantage, so I'll see if that. Okay. 20.
It's always worth crit fish. Why not?
You know, always, always.
And then that is, wow, 7 damage.
Okay. Not enough to like. It's the strongest of them. It's the one you've done the least damage to.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you are dealing damage, but it is minuscule. None of your. Oh wait, you have the. You have your planar warrior. It's all
Planar
full.
Warrior is the first. Well, it's only one attack per turn, and it's after you cast it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use Planar Warrior now though.
Okay.
Bonus action, and then I'm going to target the Shadow of Memory.
Fair.
Okay.
Which I believe I'm still have my Hunter's Mark on.
You do. You haven't.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Hasn't been that long for it to wear off yet.
Alright. Well, I didn't know if I broke concentration by getting attacked or something.
Well, you would have, but we haven't called it, so I would say it's fine.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to stress over it.
Let's see. And
Branch has been through it.
24 to hit.
24 hits. And Branch has been through enough trauma right now.
I think he'll be okay. Hopefully, actually, I'm not gonna jinx it. Oh, hold on, my brother's coming back to my room.
Okay.
Immediately jinxed.
Yep, immediately jinxed. Camilla, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Back.
Okay. Let me roll the damage real quick. 12 plus the plus 6, 10. So 22 damage. 22 force damage this time.
Okay. It's looking very fucked up. The spikes and the claws and everything that it has for its tentacles are crumbling. The spiked, jagged edges that were on it before are starting to crumble. And it looks like it's starting to actually touch the ground with informed legs rather than just kind of hovering with the tentacles, lifting it up. It is very weak. Still kicking. All right, Camilla. Branch, is anything else? You're up.
No, that's all for me.
I'm following Branch's lead. I'm shooting.
Okay.
I'm going to use my short bow. Just regular, it is not a +1. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits, yes.
Man, 5 damage.
5 regular piercing.
Oh. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Could have been like a miss.
True.
That is true. Could have been 0 damage.
Oh. All right, your arrow kind of goes through and sticks and then does the same. Ash turns and just falls to the ground. Anything else?
Nope, that is my turn.
Okay. All right, Shadow B. Branch, you are just on the edge of what it feels comfortable with, but Palamades stepping just into the shadows. So it is gonna fly forward to you, Palamades. Try and attack you. Ooh, does not. I got a 12 to hit you.
Haha. Dork.
As a bonus action, it's gonna teleport away. Oof. It's like, get the fuck away. Okay. Severin's turn. Who do you guys want to attack? Shadow of Memory or the Shadow Bee?
How about B? I think we got memory.
Shadow B.
Yeah.
Flies over to here.
Memory can get fucked.
Go, and he's gonna make his 2 attacks with the eyes. First one, 10. Second one, 26.
Okay.
All right. Damage, not much. And that's Severin's turn. Shoot some eye blasts. All right, Palamades. Turn.
All right.
Bring us home.
It's time to bonus action steady aim with this man. Draw my bow at the shadow of memory.
Okay.
Take a shot. That is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
That is 15 plus. What does that come out to? Okay, 22 plus. Nothing. Just 22 magical piercing.
Okay. It's still alive.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Anything else?
That's what I got.
Okay. So it is crumbling, falling apart, barely holding together. The red eyes are fading. It looks to you, Branch, and it says just to you, they'll abandon you. They will leave like your parents, like your brother and sister did. You're not worth their time. And then he's gonna do all of his shadow lashes at you, Branch.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, the first one, the 12.
Oh.
Second one. Oh, he rolled from a 19 to a 1. Oh my
He's
God.
dog shit. Oh, go home.
Oh, he rolled a 20 on his thing. I was hoping he would suit close, but okay. But he loses the rest of his
That's fine.
attacks as he stumbles forward on
You know who
feet.
it's poetically back to.
And it is Branch's turn. You want to do, sir? He's crumbling to ash in front of you, or 60 feet away, but
Close enough.
Check something. Does it do? No. Okay. I think I will take my final aim at him. I'll say something. Maybe not my final aim. Let's not get ahead of myself here. I say that and then I roll a 1 and then like hit Camilla or something. I'll say something like, even if it's true that my family abandoned me and they didn't want me, I can see now that I have friends who want me and need me around. And then I take aim with my bow after casting Planar Warrior, of course.
Okay.
Is a 13.
13 does not hit, no.
That son of a bitch.
Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot. It seems I forgot to load my bow.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Honest mistake.
And I used my second attack, and that's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit, yes.
That's hilarious.
All right. All right, that is 13.
All right. Well, Branch.
Plus.
Oh.
Oh.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, shit. All right. So, Branch closes his eyes as soon as he loads his arrow. He jumps in the air, does a 360, and then clicks his heels together and releases a shot.
Okay.
And then it just goes straight through in between the Shadow of Memory's eyes. And he just explodes into a million shadow pieces.
Falls and just ash and shadow pieces onto the ground. The last thing that you all hear is, "You are fooling yourself." Fades away. The other shadow, seeing this, howls in fear and like on his turn. He's gonna flee on his turn, but it's not.
Scrub.
But Branch, unless you have anything else, it'd be Camilla's turn.
No, that's all.
Okay, Camilla, Your turn. You just watch Branch destroy the shadow of memory.
I don't know if I could do something that cool, but I will attempt to shoot Shadow B. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yay! Nat 20 for
Nat-
27.
Holy shit, yeah, you definitely hit him.
Whoa.
For 10 damage.
Oh, don't you have a sneak attack for that? He's not.
For 24 total damage.
You have double sneak attack on the
It would
crit.
double the sneak attack because you crit.
For 34
34.
total damage.
Holy crap. Okay. So he is still alive.
Dang it.
He was almost at full health. So he is fleeing, but as you shoot him into the back, that crit, it just shatters parts of his body and falling to ash. It seems like a lot of his resistances though were coming from the shadow of memory. He is very weak, trying to flee. Anything else?
Nope, that is my turn.
Right, well, it is his turn. He's gonna run. Actually, he's just gonna teleport here and then try and flee to the edge of the map. That's about as far as he can get. Or to the edge. There. But that's his turn. Severin's turn. 40. What's the distance? How far away is this guy? Oh, just within range, I think.
Yeah, he's 57, so if it's 60, you're fine.
It is not. So Severin's range is 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Although he can do magic missile. He'll just magic missile the guy.
Oh, that's fair.
He's just like, you're not getting away, bitch.
It's like I can shoot him, Severin can shoot him. This man's dying.
Alright, he's gonna do a second level. Max damage. Holy shit, he rolled all fours.
Woo!
He
Hell
does
yeah.
20 points of damage, magic missile into this guy's
This
back.
guy's getting dunked on.
Fuck yeah.
And kills him.
Goodbye, bitch.
Just shatters into smoke. Alright, you guys are out of combat. Thing is dead.
I'm strolling over to where this shadow of memory died. Where's that fucking figure?
There is nothing there where it died.
No.
So
I'm coming there.
so you make it easy for you. So right about here.
Okay.
I pinged, maybe.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so that's roughly where the explosion that destroyed the town occurred. There's a small little like crater right there. It's maybe about 6 inches in diameter, but the buildings and all this blast radius are coming out of it.
That feels right.
Yeah, you walk up and you see there's a totem, just a clay totem, just like you've seen with the others that is there.
Just like with every other one, I'm stabbing that bitch with extreme prejudice.
Okay. As soon as you shatter it, you hear the howls of the dead emanate from it, and it crumbles to dust in your hands. But as it does, it's kind of like when the sun parts through the sky on a cloudy day. The mist that's around you begins to dissipate and fade. And it's just like a hot day. The fog is dissipating very rapidly for you. And you guys all kind of shield your eyes even more because you have the 2 flares that are still bright as fuck going for you at the moment.
You know, it's okay. It's okay.
They last for what, a minute?
Oh man, I don't even know. Check.
1 minute. So yeah, so they would blink out shortly after, you guys.
It's not gonna take too long, but
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys are out of combat. Everything is dead. The mist goes away. The bodies of the dead are everywhere. For sure, that didn't change. And the buildings have all been destroyed. You guys are out of combat.
Oh.
Now that makes 4.
Sorry for tweaking out there, guys. I
Proud of you, buddy.
just
You overcame it.
family's a weird subject for me, and that was just unexpected.
Totally understand.
Is this the last one? Are we done
By my
now?
count, yeah, it should be. By my count,
Uh,
next up is the fucker who did all this shit.
I think Severin still needs his, right?
Severan's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, he's just like shakes his head. Fuck you, no. Well, I will say this much. So Severin will remind you that like you guys had been to the crypt or the crypts in the cemetery.
Yep.
And there were
The
4
reliefs
pillars.
of the gems and stuff.
Yes. And there was 4 symbols, 4 icons. You've defeated those 4. What stands to reason you guys may be able to pass now. You guys got rid of whatever was blocking the doorway.
Do you think it'll stay open for us? Like we'll be able to take a bit of a nap?
Yeah,
And
I'd
then go
say we
check it
could
out?
go after a solid day's rest. I mean, whoever did it hasn't put the others back, and they've had a couple days to do that, so.
Yeah, so it's a good question. So we can have Severin roll an Arcana check for that. He helped Frederick last time, so we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah, so he got a 16. So he thinks that these creatures were kind of the seals on the door or the gems. And now that they're gone, the seals will be broken. So this kind of level of magic and spell was definitely not something that's simple or easy to accomplish, and it wouldn't be reproduced quickly or easily. So resting would definitely be something you can do.
Heck yeah.
First, we gotta go talk to that civil guard captain. Aravan, was it? Did you guys catch his name?
That sounds right.
Something
Aravan.
like that.
I got a guard to scoff at.
So is that where you guys head back?
Indeed.
Yeah, before we do though, I'm gonna like. Do I have a mirror?
I don't know. Do you?
You have. How
Nope.
shiny is your rapier?
Oh wait, I do have a mirror.
Yo!
That's hilarious. All right, I'm taking out the mirror and I'm gonna make sure we all look as spiffy as we can and not like we're fighting crazy shadow monsters. I want it to look like we didn't have an issue with it. That was a walk in the park.
I mean, you guys are bloodied and wounded, so
Yeah, I don't know.
I got some water. We can wash off some of the blood, straighten our fur and whatnot.
Okay, so you guys wipe away the obvious blood marks.
Wait, does Severin have prestidigitation?
You know, I don't think we ever talked about giving him any kind of crazy cantrips like that. So we said he could change it. He has Mage Hand. We should totally give him one more cantrip, though. He's gonna. Let's see. Let's do this the smart way. How many spell slots for cantrips? Oh, well, first level wizard gets 3, so we'll give him 2 others.
I was gonna say, you get a lot of cantrips.
Yeah. Okay, so he's got Mage Hand, and what other cantrips did you want to give him? Do we want to give him Prestidigitation?
I'm gonna be honest, Prestidigitation and like Thaumaturgy seem right up his alley for fucking with people.
Okay. So he has Prestidigitation, yes. We'll say he does.
Alright, I'm gonna ask Severin. Can you make us look real spiffy?
I mean, he kind of looks you up and down and he says, I can clean you up so you look clean, so there's no dirt or grime on you, sure.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, sure. And he kind of waves his hand, the staff in front of you, and casts prestidigitation, and your clothes become clean. There's no more blood. You still have the cuts and scrapes and like that stuff, but the blood it's dried and it flakes off you and
Hell yeah.
look clean and ready to go.
Hell yeah.
Rub it in that guard's face.
Man, this shit was easy. What are you talking about?
Fucking easy clap, bro. Why don't you have a flare wand, scrub?
Right? Man. Good asking about like watching for that though. I just want to say for you guys' information, all of these monsters have been vulnerable to radiant.
Yeah, it's kind of
Huh.
rough not having the clinic for that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's like,
definitely
damn it.
definitely a little rough.
It's like, not our radiant damage source.
'Cause, yeah, he was when Friedrich was been really good for this because he would just be like, "Ha, bitch."
Guiding bolt. Not smite, it's just cleric, but yeah.
All right, so you guys are heading back to where you guys left off.
Yeah.
With those
Yep.
people. Okay, I can only do that. Let me fix Severin real quick. Thaumaturgy. Okay, so you guys make your way back the way you'd come. Branch, make another wisdom saving throw for me here. It's going to be really low. You have to beat like a 5.
Oh no.
What if
Oh, meets and beats.
What if I roll 5?
Oh shit. Okay, well, so as you're going back, you see some of the bodies that you'd passed before that had kind of twisted and turned and talked to you, and they don't move anything for you like right now, but they definitely send shivers up your spine, and you feel that seed of doubt just for that brief moment as you look at them of was the apparition, was the shadow right? Are your friends going to abandon you? It's a seed of doubt that has been planted, but you shove it off to the side. It doesn't have an effect on you, at least for the moment.
Ooh.
All right, you guys come back out of the buildings where you guys had exited. As you guys round one of the buildings coming out that way, you see all of the guards, all 25 of them are kind of standing and looking towards you as you approach, and they start pointing. The captain, hearing this, kind of moves to the front of the group and comes to meet you guys. So the rest of the guards are maybe about 20 feet behind him. But he goes, looks like you guys did it. Maybe I should have respected or believed you any more than I thought you would do. Good job, lads.
Looks like we did.
Yeah, it
Indeed.
wasn't like that hard or anything.
All right, I'm gonna have him roll a perception check to see if he catches it. Light on. Make a deception roll for me here, Camilla.
Oh.
Please, God, don't be in that one.
I will give you an advantage on it too, because you did the
Oh, thank you.
prestidigitation to make you guys look all spiffy.
Advantage.
Oh, wait, that was a 12. It blocked it. Okay, I thought it was a 1.
Okay.
Okay, 22 is my highest.
22. He kind of looks you up and down, and then for a moment, you can see he's kind of like trying to see if he believes you. You definitely notice that he notices like the cuts and the bruises that you had from before, but he kind of looks at you, nods his head appreciatively, and he goes, "Oh, apparently not. You guys were not much of a challenge for these monsters, whatever they were. But for whatever it's worth, you may have succeeded, but still, somebody's going to be to blame." He kind of looks back over his shoulder at the civil guard behind him, and he goes, "I won't be able to stop my men from talking about this. They're going to remember you. If you have other business in town, recommend dealing with it quickly, because your, pardon the term, fame will follow you for this for now." And he steps forward a little bit closer and kind of lowers his voice a little, and he goes, I hate to ask this. I'm assuming you have one. And he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a gem just like you have. He goes,
okay.
Do you have one of these?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm gonna produce my gem.
He kind of nods and he says, okay.
Nudge Camilla. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, he goes,
No, I don't have one.
Yeah, you do, Camilla.
So, are you trying to like deceive him that you don't have one?
I'll wait and see what he says to Palamades first.
Okay. And he says, well, I would assume that you all have one. The guards would not have let you in. He says it's weird. Whatever you have done, it was like before there was a haze, like a veil over my mind, over all of our minds. And these gems, I remember being told that we needed to use them.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense.
Don't know why. There's no purpose to them. And he kind of just holds it up and then puts it back into his pocket. And he says, and the price, it was so much. And you guys remember you had to pay 10 gold for these. And he says,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the funds, the money. It's weird. It's as if when we received the funds and we paid it to the treasury, it was like we were in a daze, and that is gone. I don't know why.
I've got a pretty good idea why.
That's why I hope that somebody does. But it's not just these gems. Whatever you have done or whatever you're involved with, there are other things in town that were expensive for unknown reasons, for no reason whatsoever. Things that usually had been reasonably priced were suddenly expensive. And if you couldn't pay, we put the people out into these towns, to the shanty towns. So I don't know what you have done or why you've done it, but I thank you. However, and he looks back at the dead bodies on the ground behind you, and he says, as I said, somebody will be forced to bear the brunt of the blame for this. You have removed the darkness. These dead bodies will be laid at your feet. So I caution you for whatever you do next. But do it quickly.
I'm gonna start dancing.
And this town's gonna blame us for saving them. This place sucks.
So he looks at you and he says, no, lad, the town won't, but somebody at the top above me will definitely blame you for changing the status quo. They will claim that these people died because you interfered. Whether or not the population believes that, somebody will be forced to take the blame.
Well, then I warn you that the one laying the blame at our feet may be closer to the cause for what has happened here, or at least complicit in it.
He kind of looks at you for a moment and nods, and he says, be that as it may, that is beyond my ability to deal with.
At least in the immediate term. I'm simply
nods
cautioning you in the future.
He goes, well, I appreciate it. And he goes, may I get your name at the very least and who you are so I know who to thank?
Heck
I'm
no,
gonna
we
point at
can't give
Camilla
you
first.
that fuel.
I'm gonna point at Camilla first and be like, this is Jorgis Borgitson.
He kind of raises an eyebrow and, nice to meet you, Jorgis Borgison.
Kobolds have weird names.
Very.
All right, we didn't have to get racist.
It's true from a other humanoid races' perspective. I'm sorry. They're not bad. They're just unusual. Isn't that right, Yorgis?
It is true.
Very well, Yorgis. What about you? He looks at Branch.
Oh,
that's your name now.
Quig.
I was gonna say the same thing.
So you pause for just long enough where he kind of chuckles to himself and he goes, "Okay, Quig. Thank you. Quig and Jorgensen. And you are," and he looks to you, Palamades.
Jeremy. Without missing a beat.
Jeremy. He goes, "At least one of you has a reasonable name, as it were." He does one final thing and he kind of takes a step back and he goes, "Well, thank you, all of you. What should we call you? What do you call yourselves?" He's asking for like the group name.
Yeah. All right, that we can give out.
Call yourself the Foo Fighters?
The Foo Fighters.
He goes, "All right," and he kind of does this, like turns, and he goes, "Thank you to the Foo Fighters for saving our town from this darkness." And the guards kind of like, "Here." Like at first, it's kind of like
clapping like way too loud. Like,
Yeah.
Can I see the guard that scoffed at us going in?
Yeah, he's in the front. He's kind of like disbelief clear on his face.
I'm just gonna look him dead in the eye and make sure that we are looking at each other.
Yep, he meets eye contact with you.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
like
He
roll
kinda-
my eyes.
He just kind of like takes a moment, like he looks at you, like does that kind of like head twitch of like what the fuck, and then turns to one of his compatriots and is like starts whispering. But all of them kind of like at first they're like half-heartedly, "Yay, here," and then as you guys walk past them, they start cheering in earnest.
I'm like waving my hands, like that more gesture.
Okay.
Fucking gladiator gesture.
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
All right. So you guys head back to town. Again, it's not very far. It's maybe 100 feet to the gates. You guys have been gone for maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, that was light work.
Exactly.
You
Like, right,
guys.
no reaction.
Time to go inside and cry again. After eating 20 eggs. And then if they don't have 20 eggs, it's time to cry even harder.
Something tells me I might be crying even harder.
Yeah, I mean, they have chickens, but they don't lay that many eggs in a day.
We go to a different inn to get eggs.
That's fair. Just for perspective, like 100 chickens will probably lay maybe 20 eggs in a day.
Oh, yeah.
They have chickens, but they don't have that many chickens. Yeah.
They better get on that.
Well, as long as you're in town, Branch, they better get on that.
Yeah, listen, if they want the money,
We should.
capitalize on an opportunity.
All right. So one other thing happens as you guys get into town. Again, the population is kind of standing outside or right by the gates, but they do, like, the guards are following maybe about 20 feet behind you, at least a group of them, not all of them, maybe about 5 or 6. And they're still cheering for you guys. And so the population and the people hear this, and they hear your names, and the Foo Fighters, yay! And they start clapping, and it kind of echoes, follows you guys. People start shaking your hands. Thank you, thank you.
While this is happening, so like while they're chanting Foo Fighters, I'm just gonna start chanting Yorgis, Yorgis.
Okay, let's see if somebody picks up the chant. Roll for me. I'll have it be a
Okay.
Persuasion check.
It's gonna be a skill I'm not good at. It's fine. We'll see. It's a nat 1.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Nobody responds to it as you're cheering.
I'm
Jordan.
gonna crawl into the bag with Severin. Secondhand embarrassment.
I'm just gonna keep cheering Yorgis. I don't care.
Yeah. Everyone's like, a couple people
That's
like you hear
hilarious.
Camilla, you definitely hear a couple people go, Yorgis, who the fuck is Yorgis? Maybe it's one of them. What kind of fucked up name is that? Sorry, you rolled a 1. Nobody understands what the fuck is going on.
In retaliation, I'm starting a Jeremy chant.
Do it.
I'll roll for persuasion.
Do it.
Dang it. That's a 13.
You beat what I had for the roll, because I rolled to see if we
heck yeah.
convinced them. So you guys get halfway across town, and then the chant goes, Jeremy, Foo Fighters, Jeremy, Foo Fighters, Jeremy.
When they start cheering Jeremy, I'm just gonna walk through town, hands up in the air, just occasionally like doing a little thank you motion with one of the hands, like a little bow.
Okay. So by the time you guys make it back to your end, that the crowd has definitely dissipated. People are like, why are people chanting? And they're not really sure. You guys have outran the rumors and the conversation at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're just like, some people are like, yeah, you have a couple sycophants following you down the road. But everyone else is like, what the fuck is going on?
Before we get the mouth guy from Avatars with us.
Yes. You have a couple of those, the sycophants, yes. But as you pull up to get to the inn and kind of make your way inside, the shouting dies, and the 2-3 sycophants you have, the bouncer that was there before, Kethra, she kind of sees you guys, like she's leaning against the door or leaning against the wall on the inside, and as the sycophants try to come in, she sees you guys and sees them, and she's like, no, get the fuck out of here, and she pushes them back outside.
Oh, they were fun.
A different barmaid comes up. You've seen her before. Her name is Gilda. She's human. The other one that you have that you talk to, she's a halfling. But Gilda walks up and kind of has a plate in her hand with some mugs of ale on it, and she goes, "Oh, did you guys do something good for the town? Haven't seen that kind of fanfare out there in a while."
We've been doing good things for the town.
Oh, well, ain't that sweet, dear? And she goes, or a round of drinks for you?
Are they free?
Well, you have to talk to my husband about that one. Helen's not too big on free drinks.
I'll pass.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, let us know.
What's your egg inventory looking like?
She kind of looks back over her head and she goes, "Oh, honey, you shouldn't ask that. Helen told me not to let you have any more eggs."
All right, and I just stand up from the table and go to leave.
I follow Camilla. I was like, come on, Branch, let's go get you some eggs.
We don't even let Branch enter the inn. We just immediately turn him around.
Yeah, we're just like, Branch, we don't have any eggs. Let's go find another one.
Well, you guys can definitely go around town and find another inn or a tavern or a restaurant that has eggs. They are happy to sell you. For 20 eggs, though, it's going to be, well, they would consider it expensive. It's going to be like 3 gold.
It's nothing. I almost lost 50 and I didn't feel that bad about it.
You know, you're rich, okay? So fuck you. These people are not.
They're about to be.
They're about to.
Damn right.
Well then, Branch, Camilla,
The egg business.
how many eggs do you want to go hunt down and find?
At least 300.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna try and eat all of these?
No, I'm saving them for later.
Where are you gonna put them?
With Severin.
With Severin.
My bag of holding.
Severin's
With
living in
Severin,
your bag
yeah.
of holding right now.
Yeah.
Bag of egg.
We have more than one bag of holding.
Okay. You're lucky that it's an extra dimensional space where when it goes in there, nothing breaks.
Exactly.
Okay.
They can't jostle because it's in an extra dimensional space.
Well, so I was thinking 3 eggs for or 3 gold for 20 eggs. So
okay,
if you're
so
gonna buy
multiply that by
300,
5 and then 3 again, so that would be 45.
Mark off 45 gold. You rob the town of its eggs.
Oh my god.
You go around to the market and asking, and people are like, "Why the fuck are you buying eggs?" And then people start to realize that you're buying so many, and they start to think they can start to jack up the price, get to 300, and you're like, "Okay, we're good. We're not going to buy any more." Starting to double the price for eggs for you there. Still cost you the 45 gold though. They spend it.
All right.
It's funny.
You guys gonna head back to the inn, or you guys want to browse a little bit? What you guys want to do?
Branch needs a cat nap. He's been through
Yeah.
He's been through a little bit. He has some
How
things
long of a
to think
cat nap are
about.
we talking?
Who knows?
Damn, I can't have them prepare the eggs for when you wake up. When we get back to the inn, I'm gonna warn the
Okay.
the cook or the other inn people and be like, "All right, we got more eggs."
Okay, they will take whatever eggs you got to make whatever meals you want.
Good, good. Now they know.
All right, so somebody put on their inventory list in their bag of holding 300 eggs. That needs to be on there.
Oh. Yeah, I think we all know whose bag of holding that goes in.
I mean, so just for dimensions, so you guys understand how big a bag of holding is, the dimensional size of the inside of a bag of holding is like an outdoor like freezer. So it's not infinite
easy.
space, but
It's
since you don't
full of
really need to
eggs.
put any kind of protection, like something to protect the eggs from breaking, you can literally just keep stuffing them in there, and there's just 300 eggs. So it's about half of your bag of holding is full. Just
Fuck
eggs.
yeah.
All right, so you guys get back to the inn. We'll say it's maybe around 5 o'clock in the evening at this point. And we will stop there. I will tell you all, get to level to 7.
Oh! Trinity, we don't have to run away from the fireball anymore.
So technically the leveling will happen overnight for your characters, but you guys can go ahead and do it now.
Okay, just need to roll 1d8. Come on. That's not a good number, but I will.
You get for your hit points, Calamities.
I got a 2 on the d8.
Oof. Camilla?
No. It is not letting me roll for hit points.
You have to roll separately and then manually input your rolled HP.
Yeah. It's picky like that.
Yeah.
Branch got a 3.
Lame.
Just roll a 1d8, Camilla.
Oh, okay, wrong die. I was like, I got 9.
Ha.
3.
9 on the d8.
3.
A
All
3.
right, we got low. Okay.
Yeah, we did. All right.
But you get your Constitution modifier, so that is
Holy shit! Wait, hold up. Branch, how many items are you attuned to right now?
I don't think I'm attuned to any.
Oh, okay. Did we get the amulet off of?
you do get the
before you left?
amulet, but you guys haven't given it to anybody yet.
Okay. Well, Branch is normally up in there closer than the rest of us, so I was kind of thinking.
Well, Branch has a Constitution of 18 already, so the amulet.
Oh,
wouldn't do
okay.
any good.
Wow. Camilla, you tend to go melee more than I do.
Heck
What's
yeah.
your con?
14.
Cool, same as mine. So yeah.
Go for it.
What's it called again? Amulet of Healing?
I think it's Amulet of Health?
Something. Health, life, something. Health. Amulet of Health, yeah.
I mean, that would give you 2 more hit points per level.
So 14 more HP, yeah.
Jump.
That's a big jump.
Heck yeah. Max HP is 69.
Nice.
We can end the campaign now.
Branch, what is your max now? 60, 70 almost?
68.
68.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow, Camilla's ahead of you with that amulet.
Fine.
Fun.
Meanwhile, I will stay in the back with my steady aim. My
You get one,
48
okay.
HP.
Let's see. So, does everybody get anything good at level 7? I don't think you do.
Rogues
Really?
get evasion, which is fucking swag.
I get etherealness.
Ooh, what's that?
Yeah.
I basically cross into the ethereal plane, and
Ooh.
unless someone else is in the ethereal plane, they can't. They don't even know. They don't even know.
Oh. As a
Wow.
bonus action.
Oh,
yeah, once per
shit.
short or long rest, you can cast Etherealness as a bonus action without spending a spell slot. But it ends at the end of the current turn, instead of being 8 hours.
Yeah.
So you basically banish yourself at the end of your turn once per rest.
So etherealness, so just so you're aware, it lets you travel. So you're on the plane where ghosts are, so you can travel through walls with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, it's a 7th level spell. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get it for much less time, but you get all of the effects.
Yeah. I had an assassin character like 15 years ago that had a cloak of etherealness, and it lasted like a minute. So I would phase it in and out. So I would go ethereal plane, walk through a wall, and then reappear. And I would steal shit or kill people and then walk back through. Like crazy shit like that. It was great.
What the fuck?
This was all in 3rd edition, though. Totally different edition.
I can talk to ghosts and shit now.
Well, you'd be able to see them.
Ah.
Because you would be on there where they are, their plane of existence.
Indeed.
Oh, so the 3rd edition it lasted 10 minutes per day back in the day. And you could use it for 1 minute increments.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty broken. Pretty cool.
Could you affect things not on the ethereal plane in 3rd edition?
So you couldn't move things, so you had to return to the physical plane or the material. So you would return and then you could move something and then just go back.
Gotcha. So at least it wasn't quite as broken as it could have been.
Yeah, because you're considered to be invisible. So you could still be hit with like magic missile. But like if something wanted to hit you, like if they could see invisible, they could see you, but they couldn't physically touch you.
That's a weakness that this one does not have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so if you can see invisible, you can see onto the ethereal plane.
This specifically says, well, on the ethereal plane, you can only affect and be affected by other creatures on that plane.
Yeah. So like, let's say you went to the ethereal plane, and I could see invisible, so I could see you. That's all I could do. I could just see where you were, but I couldn't affect you. I couldn't hit you or do anything with you.
Gotcha.
Magic missiles is the exception because I believe that says it will target anything that's invisible on the ethereal plane too. Double check.
Oh damn.
But yeah, that's an awesome skill. What about you, Palamades? You said you got evasion, or that's it?
Yes, evasion is if you make a dex save that would normally have the damage you take. A pass is no damage, and a failure is half damage.
Okay, nice. What about you, Camilla?
AKA stand on a fireball.
The same thing, because we are the same class.
Ooh,
Yeah. It's a
fireball.
basic rogue trait.
All right. Well, I
Not
guess
basic,
you can do
but
the whole fireball thing with Severin and just be like, fireball it.
do it.
All right. I can take it. And in
say
this
that they
version
turn
of Magic
20
Missile
feet.
does
Turn you
not
around and
affect the
running
ethereal
away.
plane.
Indeed.
Oh.
I think you'd have to have something
Oh, it lasts
higher.
8 hours? What the hell?
Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
7th level. Yours lasts for a turn, but the 7th level's 8 hours.
Sorry, Camilla, I cut you off there. You got the rogue stuff. Anything else? Any cool? For your swashbuckler thing?
I don't think I got anything for Swashbuckler.
Yeah,
I think
our
it was
next
just evasion.
subclass stuff is 9th level.
Yeah, it's just evasion.
Well, evasion is still good.
And then
It
8th,
is.
yeah, is the score improvement. And
Quite
then
handy.
9th, I get panache.
What's your persuasion, Randy?
It's plus 10.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's really
It's
good.
expertise.
That's gonna make panache quite fun whenever you can get to it.